Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you.
Hey, what is up, trainers? PoGo Joel coming at you with another Kingdom Cup video. This time we're going to be covering the Dragon meta. Dracarys! Game of Thrones is coming back. Alrighty, so whoever made this cup, definitely Game of Thrones fans. It's a Song of Fire and Ice. We got dragons and we got that steel in there. But the Dragon meta is pretty diverse. Not too much to choose from at the same time. If you're new to the channel, I'm PoGo Joel and I make tips and trick videos, event guides, and now I'm starting to cover the Silph Arena Cups. So if you find any of this information helpful, please drop a like, subscribe, and I appreciate it. And here's my question of the day for you. Which dragons are you excited to use? Which dragons made it onto your team? And which dragons are you considering? So let me know, build up the hype, let's show the dragons some love. Alrighty, and without further ado, let's get into the video. First up, we have Altaria, a dragon and flying type Pokemon with an attack stat of 141, defense of 201, and stamina of 181. Its weaknesses are going to be to Dragon, Fairy, 4 times weakness to Ice, and weakness to Rock. So it can beat a Charizard with 1 shield, so that's an important matchup to keep in mind. Definitely one you'll see. And this thing's a tank in the Great League in general. It's really great to have one. Altaria is a beastly dragon in the Great League. Definitely worth the candies. It's going to be 400 candies to evolve it. But once you have it evolved and you actually get it to that close 1500 mark, you're going to be all set for the Great League and for future cups. It's going to be 400 candies, which is costly, but definitely worth it. And then once you do evolve it and you get it right to that desired spot, it's only 10,000 Stardust to buy the second move. So definitely go for that secondary move. I am running a 100% IV, and it's the best investment I've made. For the secondary move, I have Dragon Pulse and Sky Attack. Definitely want Sky Attack for this one. That's going to hurt a lot of the fighting type Pokemon. And for sure, the second move, it's open to debate. Mostly everyone's running Dragon, so you can hurt the dragons really bad. But it could also learn a Fairy move, which hurts the dragons as well. That's totally up to you. Do what you can. If you can only afford one move, Sky Attack's probably your best bet for the moment. But Dragon Breath as the fast move. Dragon Breath is amazing. It does so much damage on its own. Alrighty, here you see me going toe to toe with a Melmetal. This Melmetal, it looks like it only had Thunderbolt, but if that Melmetal had Rock Slide, that's going to do a lot of damage to us. We are weak to Rock, so if you're running Melmetal against Altaria, keep an eye out for that as well. But Altaria can take so many hits. Here we're going up against a Kingdra, which will be another threat that you might commonly see here. A lot of people are bringing it out, and we will talk about it later. Some more important things to know: if you're going up against a Lucario, you can actually take a power-up punch. Maybe the first 1 or 2, but you might want to start blocking later on in the fight. Here's a good example here. So you're flying, you're going to do a lot of damage to fighting, plus resisting it. So there's 1 power-up punch to the face, and we took it pretty good. We get back with a Sky Attack. So if you're Lucario, you're going to have to shield that. You're weak to it, but we'll just go to town on it. I could probably farm it, but I might have been a little bit scared about power-up punch and just wanted to make sure I got off my energy here. I'll have to go back and take a look at the sims to see if it's something it could withstand. Okay, so 2 shields down. Job, Altaria. You did your job. Up next, we have Dragonair, a pure dragon type with an attack stat of 163, defense 135, stamina 156. It's a pure dragon, so it's only weak to Dragon, Fairy, and Ice. We'll see it go up against some of the situations here. You're probably going to run 2 moves on this if you decide to do that. We are running Aqua Tail, which is the fast spammy move that it has. I'm showing you what it could do with shields and without shields, so I'm just mixing it up here, seeing how it does and how it can do. So up first we have this Skarmory here. We already did Lucario, and it's not looking so great. Maybe I'm not testing it right, or I haven't had enough experience with it, but I'm just showing you what it can do, because for me it's important to see how they hold up in battle. Alrighty, so that Aqua Tail's putting in some work here. We are most likely going to need to invest shields if we're running one, so here we go again. Against Charizard, let's see. Aqua Tail, let's see. Will they shield? Nope, no shield. Alrighty, we should definitely shield here, but let's take a look at what it does to us. Ouch. And we're going to shield again. Can we at least get the move off? Let's see. Yes, we do. And bam, so that finishes it off with only one shield. Dragonair's claim to fame mostly comes from the access to Dragon Breath, which is that awesome dragon fast move. It has access to the spammy Aqua Tail, and then as a secondary move, people are running Wrap as well, but I already have an Aqua Tail. I'd most likely go with Dragon Pulse, just so you can charge it up and see how it does for you in battle. It's definitely a cool option to bring in. Next up we have Flygon, a unique dragon and ground type for this meta. Its attack stat is 205, defense 168, stamina 190, weaknesses to the left, resistances to the right. Alrighty, so you can see it puts in a lot of work, and you can play mind games with this Pokemon. You're definitely going to most likely want to unlock the second charge move and run Earthquake, Stone Edge. Both are going to be very good one-bar charge moves. I wouldn't most likely go in with Stone Edge myself, just because it's rock and there's more things that are weak to rock in the meta. But you can definitely run one of those one-bar charge moves. You don't have to waste all your TMs to get it, but definitely some mind games you can play. So if you wanted to, let's say I had both moves on my Flygon, which I only have Dragon Claw right now, but you could charge up that Dragon Claw, charge it up, and then when you see you have enough for your one-bar charge move, you can hit them with back-to-back Dragon Claws, which throw a lot of people off. Like, whoa, they might waste their shields that way, which will open up the door for your team to maybe sweep. Or you can hit them with that move and just play mind games, because once you hit that, let's say you charged up for a long time, then you went Dragon Claw, people are going to be like, well, the next move has to be a one-bar move, right? Nope, you're wrong. Oh my gosh, here comes Dragon Claws, and then when you go back to do the same strategy again, you don't know what hit you or what to expect. So Flygon's a very fun and interesting Pokemon you can bring in. Most likely you're going to want to run both moves. I know it's kind of an investment with that 75,000 Stardust, but either way works. I was just playing around with this one with Dragon Claw, and it seemed to do fun and well in the tests. Next we have Kingdra, the King of the Sea, the Palkia of the Great League, with an attack stat of 194, defense 194, stamina 181. It is water and dragon, so it's only going to be weak to dragon and fairy, surprisingly. But let's see how it does. I'm running two different variants. That first one you saw was Dragon Breath Outrage. Next up, this one is Water Gun and Outrage. So I have lucky enough to have the Water Gun variant, which is a legacy moveset. What Water Gun's going to do is it's going to help you charge your charge move so much faster. But some people are recommending Waterfall over Water Gun. If you don't have Water Gun available, Waterfall might be better for you, just because Water Gun is going to be not as damaging as Waterfall, and Outrage does take a long time to get to. So it's a little costly as far as the move goes. So they're recommending Waterfall because it'll do more damage in the long run before you can even get to your Outrage. So Kingdra, it is a fun option to use. You can definitely use it. You will need to invest shields if you bring it in. So something you can keep in mind. Up next we have Shelgon, the evolved form of Baggin. So we just had the Baggin Community Day. Hopefully you got some shinies, but one Pokemon you can definitely use in the Great League is Shelgon. Shelgon is pretty awesome. It runs Dragon Breath or Ember. I'm testing out Ember here just because I wanted to see how it's going to do against the Steel types, and it actually does put in work. I think you're going to need to invest shields and run two moves. You're going to need Flamethrower and Twister. Twister's a fast spammy move which can catch people off guard, and Flamethrower is going to be there to handle those Steel types. So my test isn't going to be the best because I'm only running one move on it, but definitely do it. If you want, you can always invest in a second move on a good Shelgon, and then hopefully in the future when Community Day, the annual anniversary kicks in again, you can later on evolve it if you want into Salamence. But definitely get one and try it out if you want, and if you have those extra candies sitting around, it's a fun option to bring in. It's very different. Not a lot of people are expecting it. It is a pure dragon type, so all of those weaknesses on the left and the resistances on the right. It has an attack stat of 172, defense of 155, and stamina of 163. and let's see how it holds up. Shelgon's just a weaker version of Dragonair, but definitely viable, definitely has its spots and battles that it can win if you use it properly and practice. Alrighty, so here are some honorable mentions that might make it into your team, or you can consider. Dragonite. Oh my gosh, I have a Dragonite at CP 1499, but I am not bringing it in because it takes forever to get an Outrage. The only viable Dragonite that you can bring in is a Dragonite with a legacy charge move of Dragon Claw. It's a 3-bar charge move. If you have one of those, congratulations, that's freaking amazing that you still have one of those. You can try and use it for this cup. Try it out, let me know how it works. If you have one, if you're lucky to have one, let me know in the comments because that's pretty freaking epic. So we did just have bagging community day. You might be tempted to bring in a new Salamence with Outrage. It does have its spots maybe in the Ultra League. If you want to try it for the Great League, it does take long to get to Outrage. I haven't played around with it myself yet, but give it a shot. Maybe that'll work for you. You can't say I would recommend it, but definitely something you can definitely bring in there if you use it wisely, maybe shield wisely. Try it out. Definitely one to think about. Well, that's all, folks. That's the dragon meta here in the Kingdom Cup. Let me know what dragons you're bringing in, what dragons you're excited about, and what dragons might have shocked you. Hopefully you do good in your Kingdom Cups, and hopefully this helps. If anything helps, please drop a like, subscribe, and I really do appreciate it. Thanks, everyone, and until next time, trainers, battle on!